few hours ago, it looked like the storm had taken everything. But farms don't stop. You clear up, count the losses, and get on with it. The waters looked worse in the daytime. I was in another uncharted territory, but deep down, I knew the people of Kinlaig would respond. A flooded farm affects more than the farmer. It harms the various businesses who depend on their produce. The main river burst its bank. Walter got stuck in his field trying to rescue a cow, and poor Cleo and her fellow crew had to get back to shore pretty quick when the winds blew in without warning. With the others on their way home, I sat back down at my table. The sun was setting, and it was warm. Hard to believe less than 24 hours ago, we were under attack by Mother Nature. Well, hello you. Where did you get to? Salem meowed and meeked his way through his story. He was a bit disheveled, so probably had a battle similar to ours. Fancy some tuna, pal? We had an early night. Personally, I didn't have a huge amount, but we had some loss. Aside from Field 72, aka Lake 72, my own farmstead had its fair share of damage and water flooding, but it was minimal. No damage to my greenhouses, despite a tree falling very close to it. The root storage was upended, but thankfully empty, and my lovely Valtra flag is now on the ground. I had some flooding in the crop section of Field 22, and a couple of small pools in the farmstead. Kinlaig Creamery was offering its tanker truck to farmers, but I'm sure I can attach a hose to my own to collect the water. Let's do that now. I had managed to remove the water from the farmstead in Field 72. Amelia was under the weather, so I gave her some time off. As I drove out of Field 72, I caught a glimpse of a box. Oh my lord, it was from Amelia's allotment. Did this float out here, or was it one of the boxes she dropped a few weeks ago? Anyway, it's ruined now. I headed home to empty the tanker. On the way, I was about to get back to Field 72 to get the water out of her vehicle shed when a message popped up on the tablet via Kinlaig Link. It was from Walter. Okay, let's head out across town. I started at the Kilted Pistons. I wanted to have a look before I took the tanker out again. Yeah, it was well flooded. No damage other than that. Okay. Let's get the Valtra and tanker and get these areas cleared. The car park and the entrance to the cafe was bad. It took me 4 hours to get these done. I emptied the water into the lock nearby. We were midway through July, and I was reminded that I need to put down the last layer of fertilizer. This was a great opportunity to use the new Valtra sprayer. This machine towered over me and my tractor. It felt odd being so high up. Anyway, onto the spraying. I loaded 3,000 liters of liquid fertilizer into the machine, and off I went. Okay, so with all the fields now, with a second layer of fertilizer, we are all set for August. Although the oats, canola, and wheat should really be ready now. Let's keep an eye on these over the next week. The peas and carrots were in schedule for August. I did notice that Field 23 was bang in the middle of my own fields. It had nothing planted. I wonder if Walter had any plans for it. Might be another decent leasing opportunity.
So we barely got out of the dock the other day when the boat was rocked by the high winds. So ended my first time on a proper boat. Not today, though. Alistair reminded me this was a fishing vessel, not a boat. I'm a landlubber, so not used to the boating terms. We headed out the main farm. These large farms held around 500,000 fish, half salmon, half trout. Wow, this was amazing. The roar of the engines as we glided across the bay was rather special. We didn't hang about for long. This was a 16-hour day for some, so it's load up, drop off, back to the farm and repeat all day. I stayed at the fishery while the boat headed back. I loaded the pallets of fish into the factory for processing. Working on the fish farm is hard work. Like sheep farming, it's long days, noise and smells. By the end of a typical day, you're bloody knackered. But I love it, and I'm loving fish farming.
Before I forgot all about it, I decided to call Walter on field 23. Hey Walter, how are you?
Hey Don, yeah, all good after the storm. It was a bad one. Thanks for mucking in with the clean-up.
Oh, no worries. Happy to help. Listen, I wanted to speak to you about field 23. It's right in the middle of my fields, and I see there's nothing planted on it. Do you have any plans for it?
Well, Katie was interested in taking it on a lease, but I think she might not after all. Are you interested?
I am. What terms are you offering?
Same as before. A minimum of 1 year and around £230 per month.
Sounds good. Listen, I don't want to step on Kate's toes, but if she declines, I can take it. Your terms are sound and manageable.
That's great, Don. Let me speak to Katie, and I will come back to you.
Thanks, Walter. Oh, is Sam there?
No, she's out of town for a couple of days. You need something bee-related?
Yeah, maybe a health check. I might add more hives, so wanted some advice.
I will let her know to pop by.
Cheers. Talk soon. Bye. So, everything is hopefully back to business as usual. I had some produce for Isla, so once again, I loaded up my trailer with fruit and veg, along with some barrels for the local brewery. 26,000 pounds for the barrels, and around 10,000 pounds for the produce. I was hesitant to think how much we lost in pounds. I hope the loss adjuster could help with that. I'm due to have a call later with him to discuss. I headed to Isla's. Jess and Co. quickly got to work unloading the pallets.
All right, Mr. Flood. I hear you've been cleaning up the town. You hoping for a statue of Don in the town centre?
Well, I helped. Think we got the worst of it.
Well, a lot of people are thankful. Listen, next month is the Lammas Festival. You getting involved?
What's that?
It's a traditional festival which marks the first harvest on the year. There's normally loads of events in town.
Sounds interesting. You're not going to stick me in a wicker man, are you?
Oh, don't give them ideas. Anyway, there's a website, so have a look and let me know. I'm going. Amelia too, I think.
Will do. Back at the farm, I checked some emails, and I had a look at the Lammas Festival website. It's an ancient Celtic festival, which dates back 2,500 years, and its origins are both Christian and pagan. I guess for me, as I'm not really religious, that it's a celebration of the local farming. The bonfire at the Standing Stones looks interesting. I still haven't been yet, and it's only up the road. Hi, Walter.
Hi, Don. You okay?
Yeah, all good. Getting back to normal, I guess.
Good to hear. Oh, before I forget, I told Sam about our conversation. She will be in touch. Listen, it looks like Katie won't have the capacity to manage another field, so it's available if you are still interested.
I am indeed.
Will this be under your name, or a Don and Isla production?
Oh, I think me and Isla, but I haven't mentioned it yet. I'll drop you a text to confirm.
Okay, great. I will get the paperwork over to Colum, but I'll leave the name blank.
Perfect. Thanks, Walter.
Well, hello again. You changed your mind about that statue.
Well, no. Listen, I'm taking on another leased field, number 23, and I wondered if you're okay adding it to McLeod Cooper Farming.
Is that our business name?
Well, we don't really have one, but sounds good, right?
Yeah, I suppose. So I'm a yes on adding 23. Are we having another signing ceremony?
I suppose we do, probably at Kinlaig Estates. I'll let you know. I messaged Walter the good news. Hi there, this is Don.
Good afternoon, Don. I'm James Walker, Senior Agricultural Loss Adjuster, and this is my colleague Serena Mitchell. We're from Caledonian Claims and Loss Adjusters. Can you hear us all right?
Nice to speak to you, James and Serena. Yes, I can hear you fine.
Perfect. Firstly, we'd just like to say we've now reviewed the information you've submitted through your insurer. That includes the drone footage, the photographs of the flood damage, and the written statements explaining what happened over the course of the storm.
Hopefully it gives you a good picture of what we were dealing with.
It certainly does. The drone footage in particular has been extremely helpful. It's allowed us to see the extent of the flooding across the farm before the cleanup began.
From what we've reviewed so far, there appear to be 5 primary areas we'll need to investigate further.
Go ahead.
Firstly, flood damage to the main farmstead, together with fields 22 and 72. Secondly, the damage sustained to your fish pools. Thirdly, the flooded storage shed on field 72. Fourthly, the reported loss to the soybean crop in that field. And finally, the 7 boxes of harvested fruit and vegetables that had to be disposed of following contamination.
At this stage, we're not in a position to comment on liability or settlement values, but everything you've submitted appears well documented and gives us a solid basis to continue the claim.
That's good to hear.
Our recommendation will be to carry out a full site inspection before we complete our report for the insurer.
We'll be in touch over the next few days to arrange a convenient date. In the meantime, continue taking photographs of any ongoing cleanup and keep hold of invoices or receipts for anything related to the flood.
Will do. Thanks both. I'll see you when you make the trip up to Kinlaig.
We look forward to it. Speak soon, Don.
Okay, so that went... okay. Let's have a look at what is on the contracts board. There were 3 irrigation contracts. Not done one of those before? I picked all 3, which should see me to the end of the day. I walked up to the irrigator. It was big, higher than the Valtra sprayer. Wait! I realized that I could have used the Valtra sprayer for this. Oh, never mind. Okay, I need to fill this with 8,000 liters of water. Field 25 is nearby the farm, so let's do that one first. I drove the irrigator straight at the viaduct that crossed the Kinlaig Valley. Some of the local kids renamed it the Harry Potter Bridge. I'd not seen the movies or read the books, so I had no idea what they meant. I guess there's a viaduct in it. With a 49-meter wide span, the 8,000 liters ain't gonna last long. So, aside from the back and forth to fill it with water, it was an easy 3 contracts. Nearly 17,000 pounds, and that took to now nearly 7 p.m., and it was still as bright as it was at 7 a.m. this morning. Amelia and Cleo are coming over in a bit, so I best get ready. The 3 of us sat down in our respective band t-shirts. Well, it was warm. Evening, you 2. How are you feeling, Amelia?
Yeah, all good, thanks. We had a few more beers with Isla after we left the other night, so all her fault. Is she joining us?
Glad you're feeling better. No Isla tonight. This is Field 72 talk. So, I've been looking at the numbers for Field 72. So far you've made some serious money, but we've taken a hit on the flood damage. With the loss of crops, fruit, and veg, and the cleanup of the pools, we're looking at a big number. So, I was thinking of ways we can increase on our sales. Maybe make up for the loss.
Okay, I'm good with that. Anything in mind?
Actually, yes. I was looking online at some second-hand equipment, and I came across some machines to make apple and grape juice. If we got a small unit, I think we can increase our profits by a big margin. Apples per box are selling for around 1,000 pounds, but we can get around 900 pounds more for a box of apple juice. Grape juice per box sells for over 3,000 pounds. And you grow grapes in the garden, right?
Yes, we do. Wow.
That's a great plan, Don. How much do we have at the moment, Amelia?
About 3 boxes of apples and maybe 1 or 2 grapes. Is the equipment expensive?
A few grand. And it will take a week or 2 to get it and put up the unit. So, are we agreed? Both Cleo and Amelia agreed. Kinlaig Farms and now in the juice business.
And we know just the person who would buy it, don't we, Don?
We do indeed. Nice.
As I sat at my table, looking across Kinlaig under the evening sun, it was hard to believe what we'd all been through just a week ago. The flood took a lot from people, crops, buildings, and months of